dito. Ko. Okay, good day class. So, nirecord na lang natin to para dahil hindi available ang most of our classmates during Fridays and there's a conflict of schedule, diba? So, for our all convenience, I've just record our first lecture series about first aid and water safety. So, we have our traditional lecture like this, and then we'll be having our technical lecture, which is will be part of your grade in class participation. So, yun yung mag-swimming tayo in YMCA Ermita, Manila. So, it's not just like typical swimming. It's more on survival skills. Tatalian kayo while underwater, and then you have to try to save yourself. And there's two of your senior from fourth year who going to hold you. So, you have to save yourself, okay? So, as many as like that. So, we're also performing first basic first aid there kapag how to dress also a wounds, typical kapag biglang nagkaroon ng sugat, or how we should give at least pao ng lunas, diba? Yung disinfection ng sugat. And another there are two kinds of CPR, right? So yung CPR na we're having a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and also the hands-only CPR. So, it should be at least to know for us na marunong tayo kahit man lang mag-hands-only CPR. So, we're also performing it in Ermita, Manila. Okay? So, as our P1 exam approaching, we're going to focus on CPR. Okay? So, CPR is a fundamental knowledge dapat na alam natin. Kasi it happens kapag biglang nawala ng pulso ang tao or biglang nag-stop ng breathing, okay? So, bawat oras ay mahalaga. Okay? Pagka nagkaroon lang ng more than 10 humihinga ang ating unconscious person, why is that? Why stops? Okay. Nagkaroon, wait lang. Okay. Hindi siya nakahinga, nagkakaroon siya ng epekto, irreversible effect sa kanyang brain. Kasi when we say na hindi na siya humihinga, kasi our heart is a amazing organ of our body. It pumps every second of our life. Ito ay may vital na function kasi he is the one who supplying blood, diba? And oxygen to the different organs of our body. So, when that time na huminto yan mag-pump, so hindi na nadideliveran ng dugo ang mga karatig na organ, lalo na ang ating utak. Kapag 4 minutes yan and above, yung mga epekto is irreversible na, hindi na mababalik. So, worst scenario, mamamatay ang ating pasyente dito kapag hindi man lang natin siyang malapatan ng paunang lunas, which is the CPR. So, CPR, hands-only CPR is, dahil nga class, huminto na ang ang pagdaloy ng dugo sa kanyang mga organs. Kaya, di ba, CPR natin, ginagawa natin like this, and ibabaon natin siya sa below the nipple line. So, alam niyo naman yung nipple, di ba? Yung dulo ng utong nyo. So, yung below lang nun. So, dun yung part, ilulubog natin siya ng 2 inches and a half. Kasi kaya natin siya nilulubog, class, para yung puso natin mapiga, pababa, at para yung dugo ay magpo-flow siya papuntang utak. Tapos pag inangat natin, babalik ulit sa puso, tapos ibabaon natin ulit. So, nagkakaroon ng artificial na circulation sa brain and other organs of the body. So, di ba nga, it's the power, it's the work of heart. Trabaho yun ng puso. Pero in this time, unconscious na siya, wala na siyang puso, he stopped na sa paghinga. So, pag hindi pa dumalo yung dugo niya in a process, pwede siyang mamatay. Kaya we're having the CPR. Okay? The mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is tinutulong sa ating mga medical students like the nursing, the medtechs. So, even though na hindi naman tayo ganun, hindi tayo nursing or we don't have any relation to the medical field, it is also our duty to at least know as a future criminologist, for us to know at least the hands-only CPR, okay? Now, we're not doing the mouth-to-mouth, so good swimming sa YMCA Manila, we're only doing the hands-only CPR, okay? The hands-only CPR is you should pump the unconscious victim for at least 100 pump to 120 pumps per minute. Okay? So, in a minute, there is a 60 seconds. So, at least sa isang segundo, makadalawang pump ka. So, medyo mabilis siya. Medyo mabilis yung pumping niya na maide. Kasi, sorry. Okay. Kalmado na. Gosh, bakit? Why sudden stops? Wait.
Sudden cardiac arrest strikes. Our heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating effectively, and blood flow stops. Without any intervention, the brain, vital organs, and our heart will begin to die. Beginning CPR is the person's only chance of survival. Brain damage will start to set in within 4 minutes, and after 10 minutes, brain damage becomes irreversible. The power to save a life is truly in your hands. Performing
Wait lang, naghahang. Yan, class, so, na ano na siya, iniide. Or at least create an artificial blood flow through the brain, okay? So that's why we're doing the CPR, okay? And most of the P1, the coverage of P1 would be only circulating on the CPR and basic first aids. Bakit? Bakit ganyan? Let's continue to load. May internet naman. Wait lang. 10 minutes na tayo mga kapatid. Pause ko muna.
alive. And 2. Compressions keep blood and oxygen moving to the heart muscles.
Parang hindi siya kayang isabay. Wait lang. parang every time I'm gonna post the video, doon lang mag-start yung video ng YouTube. Tapos pag pinipinay ko na agad. Okay. Sige. So, I've just attached this link of this YouTube video on task in your GCR. Di ba yung nagpagawa ko ng essay about
No, so that it has the best chance of resuming a normal electrical rhythm after a shock is delivered. As you begin compressions, you are creating an artificial pump doing the work of
uy, minto ulit. Lala na to. Di kaya. I just wanted it to show. Yan, illustration.
the heart manually. Each good, effective compression, you are building up pressure in the system, which will move blood around the heart and up to the brain. It does take time to get the blood moving with CPR, so it is very important to push hard and push fast.
Class, push hard, not too hard. Okay? Push hard that it would be 2 inches and a half below. And not just too hard na baka masakit yan eh. Diba? You're gonna push the unconscious victim for 2 inches. And 2 inches, diba, ito yung equivalent niya sa ating daliri. Gosh, diba? Para makikita yung daliri ko sa video. Kasi 2 inches, alam nyo na kung gano'ng kaaba yun. 2 inches and a half. Should push hard and push fast. Kasi nga, it should be 2 push for every second. Going to get the 100 and 120 push per minute. Okay? But
Build
not...
pressure keeps blood going to the brain.
Sige, tanggapin na natin, hindi natin mag-review, no? Pero, I do hope na panoorin nyo ito at your own. Yan, the 2 inches, as you would see on the video, should be 2 inches. Yeah, para yung paglubog nyo ng kamay nyo, yung dugo, makakarating talaga siya, uusog talaga siya hanggang utak, 'di ba? At pababa papunta sa ibang organ ng katawan. Kasi pag mga 1 inch lang yung push nyo sa unconscious victim natin, sa nahimatay nating hindi aabot. Makahabot lang yun hanggang leeg. Aabot lang yun hanggang itaas lang ng ugat ng puso niya. Makarating sa itaas, sa ulo. So, yung
Down
chest.
at least 2 inches allows for the heart to be squeezed and blood to move out. Pushing at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute is necessary to keep blood pumping. Let's see what happens when we take our hands off the chest. Blood.
So, yun. At least napakita ko na, di ba? Kasi class, pag mga 1.5 lang, so kakapusin, di ba? Yung puso mo hindi mapipiga kasi ang goal natin, mapiga natin yung puso natin, mapiga yung puso para makalabas ng dugo papuntang utak, ba? At papunta ibang organ, tapos aangat mo ulit, babalik ulit kasi yung dugo sa puso, pigay mo ulit, pababa, papunta ulit sa utak at papunta puso, okay? Wait lang. Yan, nakita nyo, class? Diba? Hindi niya masyadong dinidno, kaya yung dugo hindi umaabot sa utak. Hanggang halos daig lang, hanggang halos baba lang ng bungo. Diba? Parang cranial.
Watch what happens when we don't push deep enough. Blood does not reach the brain. The same is true if we do not push fast enough. Watch what happens when we push too fast. The heart does not have time to refill with blood. Therefore, not enough blood gets pumped out. Watch what happens when we don't allow the body to decompress and allow the chest to fully recoil. The heart does not have a chance to refill with blood. Therefore, no blood gets pumped out. So remember, the key purpose of delivering compressions is to keep oxygenated blood moving within the heart and up to the brain to keep the brain alive. We need to push hard and push fast in the center of the chest. If ribs break, that's okay. What's not okay is allowing the brain to die from a lack of oxygen. So remember, you are their only hope. Do the best you can, and don't give up until medical help arrives or an AED is present. You can do it.
Wala. Yun, diba? Sabi, it was okay to break the rib. Kesa naman, iba na to. Kesa naman, hindi makahinga yung pasyente. Or, kanyang, Jollibee, yun na. Hindi ma-refill ng blood ang kanyang utak. Okay? Okay, let's go on the practice question at first aid and water survival. So, we have our first question. The first question is, how should you open the airway of an unconscious casualty? So, ibig sabihin, paano mo o-open ang kanyang way ng kanyang paghinga kung siya ay unconscious, di ba? Nahimatay, di ba? Wala siyang malay. So, A, tilt, head tilt and chin lift. B, jaw thrust. C, head tilt and jaw thrust. And D, lift the chin. So, ano kaya ang sagot natin dito? Okay, so the answer is A. Why is that I can't, oh my gosh, I have to get the draw, M-E. Yeah, yun. The answer is head tilt and chin lift. So, iayos natin yung ulo sa flat surface at sa matigas na surface, straight natin na ganyan, and then itaas natin ang kanyang baba. Okay? That is the way for us to open the airway. Diba? Yung hingahan niya kung siya ay lalo kung walang malay. Okay, number 2. How long would you check to see if an unconscious casualty is breathing normally? Gaano daw katagal mong titingnan kung ang isang walang malay na tao ay humihinga ba ng tama? Okay? Anong sagot? The answer is A class. Okay? Hindi dapat tataas ng 10 seconds. So, kapag hindi na siya humihinga, within 10 second time frame na yan, he is not breathing normal. Okay? So, the answer is letter A. Oh, I love the pen. M-E. Okay? Wait lang. Pagka hindi niya siya namumove, no? Pag with the drawing. I have to exit first the drawing. Okay. Let's go on the third question. So the third question is, you are a lone first aider. So when we say lone, nag-iisa ka lang. Kaya nga alone, di ba? And you have an unconscious, not-breathing adult, what should you do first? So, ikaw ay nag-iisa lang na first aider. So, wala kayong kasama. And meron kang isang walang malay tao at hindi humihingang adult. So, kung sinabi natin adult, it's not infant, it's not children anymore. So, like us, no, adult. Ano ang gagawin mo muna? Unang-una mong gagawin. Unang-una mong gagawin, ha? Okay? Ang una mong gagawin is letter C. Okay? You should call a 911 or 122 requesting AED, defibrillator, and ambulance. Okay? So the answer is, I have to highlight it. Yeah. Bakit? Ba? When you're starting a CPR, pero kapag kalmawa, malayo eh. There's no way for you to call an ambulance. Kasi for instance, nasa abandonadong lugar, doon na mag-iiba yung sitwasyon. Kailangan mo nang mag-CPR na muna. Kasi kung ikaw ay tatakbo pa ng malayo at nagtatawag ka ng ambulansya, di ba sabi ko nga, critical na. Pag more than 4 minutes ng critical na walang malita at hindi humihinga ang ating pini-first aid, irreversible na effect nun, pwede siyang mamatay. So, nasa gitna ka, natatawag ka ng ambulansya, despite the knowledge na alam mo mamamatay siya within that time frame, uunahin mo mag-CPR. Pero kung ikaw naman ay nag-iisa, oo, for the sake of the question, nag-iisa ka eh. Pero it's a telephone away for you to ask a help and a text away for you to ask a help. Isang text mo lang, isang tawag mo lang, you can ask for an ambulance, and so that's the thing you should do, okay? Pero kapag malayo naman at talagang kukonsume ka ng malaking oras para tumawag ng ambulansya, huwag na muna. Diretso agad dun sa ating first aid. So I hope that is clear. Let's go number 4. What is the correct ratio of chest compression to rescue breaths to use in CPR of an adult casualty? So, ano ang tamang ratio between the chest compression and breaths na yung, di ba, yung mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? Ilang compression, and then after na ilang compression, ilang rescue breaths ang kailangan mo ibigay? So, the answer is, class, it's letter D. 30 compressions and 2 rescue breaths. Okay? After ng 30 na pumping, then you would give it 2 rescue breaths. Pero class, kung wala ka namang proper training for giving a rescue breath or the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, you should better not to do it. Okay? Kasi baka, for your intention to help, napasama pa, di ba? But, you can do the hands-only CPR. It's a common knowledge. It should be the fundamental knowledge, at least na kahit hindi ka, di ba? You're not a medical professional. You're not allied in any medical knowledge. Pero at least alam mo hands-only CPR. So 5, which of the following is the correct sequence for the chain of survival? So, ano yung pagkasunod-sunod na sequence for you to do for your chain of survival? So, the answer is, tingin nyo. So, the answer is, letter A. You should call the 911, do the CPR, lip vibration, and advanced care. Which test should you use if the suspect that a casualty had a stroke? Anong test ang gagawin nyo? At ang gagamitin nyo kapag feeling mo ang casualty mo ay na-stroke. So, you're suspecting him na he's not, hindi siya nahimatay lang or ano, siya ay na-stroke. So, ano yung test na pwede mong alamin para ma-sure mo na siya ay na-stroke? So, the answer is face, arm, speech test. Kasi it's visible on her face, di ba? On his arms. And if he's talking or not, okay? Then that is a face, arm, speech test. 7. Which of the following can cause a stroke? Ano sa mga pagkakataong ito ang masusure mo na magiging dahilan para ikaw ay ma-stroke? Blood clot saan? Okay? The answer is A, blood clot in the artery of the brain. So, if there's a blood clot, so when we say blood clot, na buong dugo sa artery ng utak mo, that would cause a stroke. Eight, what should you do first? Action B, when treating a electrical burn. Okay, di ba? Sabi ko naman sa inyo, di ba? Kasama sa gagawin natin sa ating sa ating practical exam is treating or giving at least a first aid. So, ano ang una mong gagawin kapag ikaw ay gumagamot ng kuryenteng burn? So, there is a burn cause of the electricity, di ba? Ano ang unang gagawin? Letter C. Check for danger and ensure that contact with electrical source is broken. Why is that so? Diba? Kasi ang katawan natin is a human, we have the conductor and the insulator. Alam niyo yun? The one is a way for you na madadaanan ka ng kuryente at alam naman natin ng mga conductor and insulator. And ang ating katawan, because it was composed of fluids such as blood and water, so kapag napunta tayo sa isang live source of electricity, makukuryente tayo. Okay? Bawa nakukuryente na pala yung kasama natin and we're going to save him, hinawakan natin, yung electricity will be transferred to us. So the first action na gagawin natin kapag tayo ay magpa-first aid sa isang nakuryente is we have to check kung yung pinaggagalingan pang source ng electricity is wala na ba? Or at least natakpan man lang ng isang insulator, di ba? Na hindi na makaka-bypass ang kuryente. Kasi when we say conductor, human body is a great conductor of electricity, di ba? Kaya di ba pagka basa yung sahig, di ba nakita na sa pelikula, kukuha ng plancha tapos ibabagsak na, then pagka nakuryente yung sahig, continue siya sa katawan ng tao. So, yeah. First thing that we have to do is we have to check for the danger and ensure that the contact of electrical source is broken. Ay, hindi na gumagala. Wet. Which medical condition will develop from the severe blood loss? Anong sakit or medical condition ang madedevelop kapag nawalan ka ng sobra-sobrang dugo? So, A, shock, B, hypoglycemia, C, anaphylaxis, and D, hypothermia. So, the answer is A, shock. Okay, ano ba to? So, shock. Then, what is a pain? So, yun class, resume tayo. Sorry, may interruption. Wait lang. Naghang ang aking pangmalakasang laptop. So, pag sinabi nating paint, magagalit. Ano to? Wait lang ha, kanina pa naghang yung laptop ko eh. So, class, pag sinabi nating paint, nahimatay, di ba? So, nawala ng malay. Diba? Sudden loss of consciousness. So, pag, alam na natin yun, though, is a simple vocabulary. So, yun, wait lang. Wait lang, class. Ayaw mag-open. Open lang natin to. So, shock. So, ang answer doon sa number 10 is it is a sudden loss of consciousness. So, we're already tackled CPR, the electric burn, and then the painting, yung pagkawala ng malay tao. So, again, class, kapag ka electrical burn, we have to do first is to check kapag yung pinanggalingan ba ng electric current or yung live current is wala na ba or naharangan na ba ng insulator. Kasi kung maglalapat agad tayo ng first aid and live pa yung kuryente, pwedeng tayo naman ang kuryente, okay? Lakan, tagal naman ito. Ang sama nung... So, the answer is the brief loss of consciousness. Then, a victim has lost a lot of blood through a deep cut in his leg. So, nahiwa daw siya sa kanyang hita. So, nawalan siya. Kasi, ang hita kasi pag nasugatan yan, ang lakas ng blood flow niyan. Ang lakas talaga makawala ng dugo niyan. Diba? He breathing fast and seemed pale and restless. He is probably... So, hinabol niya ng hininga niya, diba? It's parang siyang pagod na pagod, no? At namumutla na siya. So, tingin nyo ano na yung nangyari sa kanya. Okay? So, the answer is in shock. So, one of the, ano ang medical condition class kapag ikaw ay mauubusan ka na ng dugo? Shock. Okay? 12, which would you do when caring for a seizure victim? So, pag seizure victim, alam nyo na yan, di ba? Yung nag-hysterical. Seizure, di ba? Pag mag-aalaga kayo ng isang nagsi-seizure na biktima, ano ang gagawin nyo, di ba? So, the answer is, remove nearby object that may cause injury. Kasi di ba siya, naninigas siya, di ba? Ganyan. So, kung alin man yung mga gamit na nasa paligid niya, pwedeng bumagsak yun sa kanya, di ba? Okay. 13, you might find a person at the bottom of the stair. He appears to have seemingly badly hurt after sending someone for help. You would nakakita ka ng isang taong nahulog. Nakakita ka ng nasa dulo na ng hagdan at presumption na nahulog. Okay? Anong gagawin mo? So the answer is D, attempt to keep the victim moving. Which of the following should be done for a person experiencing a heat-related illness? So, nilalagnat, ba? So, may sakit kayo ka na naman natataas ang iyong body temp. So, anong gagawin mo? So, of course, apply cool wet cloths, di ba? For you to reduce the heat. 15, which of the following behavior reduce your risk for injury? Alin yung mga proper na dapat nating i-observe para mabawasan ang risk na tayo ay ma-injured? So, the answer is D, both A and B, which is always wearing a safety belt. when riding automobiles, and also limiting intake of high alcohol. Okay? Para nga naman hindi ka mabunggo or maano kapag ikaw ay nagde-drive. 16, most of injuries are due to situations that kinalaman doon ng mga injury na nakukuha natin ay dahil sa anong sitwasyon. Diba? Karamihan. Of course, B, you have someone control over or you could have been prevented. Diba? Most of the injury may control ka, diba? Mape-prevent mo. Unlike na lang pag mga force majeure yung gawa ng Diyos na, di ba? Ng law of nature, katulad ng bagyo, kung ano-ano pa, kidlat. Pero, on other terms na, kunwari, para maging safe ka sa pagdadrive, you should never drink an alcohol, di ba? You could be prevented by safety measures. 17. Breathing emergencies may be caused from, so nahirapan ka huminga ay dahil ano? Dahil lahat ng nabanggit, may asthma ka, o hyperventilation, or may injury sa muscle or sa buo ng chest mo, kaya nahihirapan ka huminga. So, all of that could be caused of problems in breathing, so that is D. A person who is unconscious, walang malay, not breathing, hindi nahinga, has a weak pulse, mahina na yung pulso, di ba? Kailangan ng ano, class? Of course, about CPR. You badly needed for CPR. 19. When performing adult CPR, you are give, ulit na tayo dito, class. You should give a 5 slow breaths and 10 chest compression. So, 20. Last one. When performing a CPR on your child, you give... saan yun? Kalmad. Sa bata na, no? Ano ang bilang ng CPR sa bata? 1 slow breath every 5 chest compression. So, class, I hope na napanood na nakarating kayo dito hanggang dulo na to. So, one of the activity para ma-ensure ko talaga na nanood kayo nito is I need a selfie na nanonood kayo ng video na to. Okay? It would be will be submitted on your GCR. Okay? It would be included on your class participation grade. Okay? So, thank you so much.